Oh, hey there. Here's part 2. All right, now look. I bought 2 acres of land in Burleson, okay? Supposed to be in county. In county, they're like, you need a building permit? Cool. Draw a rectangle on the map where your house is gonna be roughly. I'm like, fine. I bought this land, 2 separate acres that happen to be right next door to each other, okay? I call up and say, hey, I just wanna make sure I can get water out of here. Yes, sir. We've got a water tower right there. We've got a 4-inch main line that comes through with water and a 6-inch main line that comes right in front of your property. I'm like, cool, so I can get water? Well, funny story. Because your land was recently subdivided from 10 acres down to the 2 that I have, plus the one they live in and plus a trailer, now you're a developer. And because you're a developer, we don't know if we can give you 2 water taps, so that you have water in these 2 houses. I'm like, but it's a 4-inch line and it's a 6-inch line. Right, but you're gonna have to do a hydroanalysis study. You have to pay an engineer to study all of our water lines to make sure that our water lines are sufficient to do everything they've got to do, plus do your 2 houses. I'm like, I feel like this is painfully obvious. I feel like you know the answer and I know the answer. We know you can do it. However, this is the same city that last year I built a house in this city and there was a water tower that it was as close as my house is to me right now. Boom, there's the house. There's, that was the water tower. This is the house I was building. And there was a water tower right there, literally next to it. I mean, like you could lob a tennis ball underhanded. There was an 1.5-inch line that came across my property, and there's a fire hydrant right across the street. And they told me it is impossible for us to give you water. And I had to spend $35,000 to put in a rainwater collection system with a 30,000-gallon tank. It was a nightmare. This is the same city that is doing that nonsense right now. And so that is part 2 of what I'm dealing with. And of course, every step of the way they go, oh, well, yeah, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, could we just not have a problem for every solution? And instead, check this out, we have a solution for every problem. Why don't you start with, how can we help you, sir? This is painfully obvious. We don't have to reinvent the wheel for you. We already know that it's gonna work, right? Because I don't think it's my job as a customer to do your math on what you can handle on a load. Like when I plug in a phone charger, I don't think, I wonder if it can take this. Now, if I was gonna plug in 10,000 phone chargers, I would probably have to do some math, okay? But a phone charger is gonna pull in like milliamps, like nothing, like a trickle, like not even, it's negligible, okay? Same thing with my 2 houses. And yet, here I am fighting this fight. Trying to have a good attitude. I know things are gonna work out good. I'm at beautiful houses at the end of it, and you guys are gonna love them and buy them, and I'll have dealt with all your problems. But this is the kind of thing I deal with. Part 3 coming up, hold on.